We've got to take a few moments to try and digest all of the news about coronavirus that just keeps coming at us. And one of the headlines from earlier today, one of the world's leading infectious disease experts, Dr. Anthony Fauci, now on the White House's task force, had a sobering assessment during a White House or a House committee hearing.
So I can say we will see more cases and things will get worse than they are right now. How much worse we'll get will depend on our ability to do two things: to contain the influx of people who are infected coming from the outside, and the ability to contain and mitigate within our own country. Bottom line, it's going to get worse.
You heard him there. It is going to get worse. So joining me now to try and unpack Dr. Fauci's bottom line is Harvard epidemiologist Dr. Eric Feigl-Ding to answer our questions. Thanks so much for joining us, Doctor.
Happy to be here. So
how significant is today's assessment that things will get worse and that this is 10 times deadlier than the flu?
I think it was high time that the WHO declared the pandemic, and we knew it was coming. Many of us epidemiologists knew the pandemic was already here. And the assessment that this is 10 times worse, that's actually a conservative estimate, because the mortality could be as low as 1% to as high as perhaps 3%, and maybe higher depending on if it overwhelms the healthcare system. Like Lombardy, Italy right now has an 8% mortality because their health system's overwhelmed. And this is why testing as quickly as you can, doing social distancing and containment of public events is really critical to make sure we don't hit those kind of really bad levels.
Are you concerned about our health system here in the United States and our hospitals being able to respond?
Yeah, I am concerned because the U.S. has actually a very, very low ranking in terms of hospital beds per capita. And as many of you know, if you ever try to get a hospital bed, it's really difficult, even in the best of times. Our hospital beds and ICU systems are not equipped for the volume of cases, considering that 1 in 5 individuals may need hospitalization, and 1 in 20 would actually need potentially ICU. And in the States, with a lot of the healthcare inequalities, I'm really worried about that.
Are you thinking that we're likely to see infection rates in the U.S. rising to the level of Italy?
It depends. You know, U.S. is a big place. It may not be all exactly the same, and not all of Italy is the same, but I could see pockets of outbreaks in certain cities that overwhelms certain city hospitals if we do not flatten the curve, as we say, to delay the number of cases so that our healthcare system can actually handle it. But I do expect potentially we are about 3 or 4 weeks behind Italy if we don't do anything. And I'm really glad Washington State is doing the big containment of banning large events.
There's a patchwork of measures when it comes to social distancing. Some schools and businesses are closing, some are remaining open. Is it time for a more consistent approach?
Yeah, obviously, it's a lot of times it's state by state, municipalities and school districts. But I do think we may have to do a much more quote unquote draconian measures. For example, Washington State has banned a lot of bigger events over 250, but has not banned smaller events. And schools are still open for now. But Italy has gone to the lengths that they basically closed all businesses other than pharmacies and grocery stores. We're not there yet. Hopefully, if we contain fast enough, we won't have to get there. But this epidemic is definitely coming. It might soon be a 50-state epidemic in the near future, unless we do something for containment.
All right, some sobering news there. Thank you so much, Dr. Feigl-Ding. We appreciate you joining us.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.